So Kyle Trudeau, Mohican 100. You did 100 mile. You just won the thing.
Yeah.
How'd it go? What happened today?
Well, overall it went pretty well. Yeah, there's a group of 6 of us for a bit, and then came down to 3 of us, and then at like the 28-mile aid station, I had to stop, and then I had to chase back on, and then around like mile 35. The guy, I was sitting second wheel, the guy in front made a little mistake on a descent. I got around him and then had a good descent, got a little gap, and started growing it from there. Yeah, I just tried to keep a solid pace, but one that I seemed could be manageable, and ended up working out.
All right, so have you done a lot of, I saw you at Transylvania Epic a few years ago. Have you done a lot of 100-mile races?
Not a ton. I mean, I've done Park City Point to Point, which is pretty close to that. And then I've done in Arizona, we have a race called Barn Burner. That's about 100 miles, done that. Telluride 100 last year. But yeah, this year with Epic Rides being canceled, other than Oz, I kind of changed my game plan and tried to do more of these.
What made you decide on this one? Come up to Ohio, to the heat and humidity from Arizona.
I don't know. I've looked at this one the past couple of years, but there's always been kind of like a conflicting race, and this year it just worked out with my schedule, and I mean, it looked like a good event, well run. So.
And how did you find the course out here? Was anything challenging about it coming from the West Coast? You get around, but
yeah, there is some tricky spots. I mean, they had rain earlier this week, I guess, so there's some really muddy sections that were just like you're just like tractoring like through like deep mud, and then some techie rocky stuff that reminded me of like Transylvania type stuff. But yeah, it was fun. There are some sections where like the flow of the trail was like top notch.
And how'd you fare in like the wet, slippery rocks? I mean, I know you got some of that at TSE, but
yeah, I mean, it's like I have to like kind of remember those skills like real quick, like on the spot. But they seem to come back pretty quick. Aim for the big rocks and try not to hit all the little pointy ones.
All right, one more kind of stupid question, but sometimes people think of humidity as the East Coast altitude. You know, for people who come from dry, like more arid climates.
Yeah.
But you didn't seem to suffer too badly. Is that ever an issue for you?
Humidity has never really been too bad for me. There was a few times out there today where it was really exposed, where you had the sun baking down on you and that humidity. But once you get like a good descent, you cool off pretty easily since you're sweating so much. But yeah, yesterday I noticed it a little more than today, breathing in the thicker air. But
any more NUE races on the calendar this year?
Yeah, I have High Cascades.
That's a nice dry one for you.
Yeah.
I see you there.
I'm gonna try to do Pears Hole, and might hit Big Bear at the end of the season see how things go.
All right, man. All right, see you out there. Thanks a lot.